All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How's everyone doing this morning? It is Monday morning. I'm going to start my recording. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. It is Monday morning, 6:15 a.m., and it is time for the Load Board Report. As always, this is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network, and we are here today with the Load Board Report, a morning review, a weekly review of what's going on in your neck of the woods when it comes to loads and freight. As always, we give away free freight here on this live broadcast from 6:15 a.m. until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. In order to get a free live load, all you got to do is call 866-973-6445. That's 866-973-6445. Call that number and you'll get right into me. Doesn't matter what extension you hit. This time in the morning, you're going to get me. Okay? And we'll look up live loads for you, give you all the information on where the load picks up, where it drops off, give you the broker's number, how to contact them so you can grab that load and get out and make that money. All right, so let's get ready to take a look at what's going on in your neck of the woods. And as always, this is brought to you by the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers and the National Dispatchers Network, where we provide tools, resources, training, support, and all types of tools and stuff for our enrolled members and students. Let's go ahead and start sharing my screen. Now, as I mentioned to you all before, this is brought to you by the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers. Let it load up here. There we go. Brought to you by the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers. And we are a dispatch and freight broker training platform where we do something different. We basically not only train individuals on how to become their own dispatch firm and their own independent freight brokerage firm, we also provide them with the tools, resources, support, live online training, and access to our network. Pretty much everything that they need to be successful, either as a freight broker or as a independent dispatch firm. Now, what type of tools do we provide? We provide them access to more than 100 load boards, so they don't have to pay for load boards. We also provide them access to our video library, that has more than 140,000 hours of pre-recorded operational training videos. We also provide them access to tools and resources like their agreement forms, documents, and the contracts, like a dispatch agreement, a broker carrier agreement, things like that, so that they don't have to figure out how to actually do those things. We provide that for them, okay? And we also provide for them, of course, load boards and how to contact shippers and shipper lists. More than 19 million plus shippers within our shippers provider site, and we provide them with access to every owner operator registered in every state, so they don't have to call around, looking around trying to find owner operators to contact and see if they can get them signed on to their dispatch agreements or their broker carrier agreement. So those are the things that we provide. I know a lot of other training platforms do a lot of different stuff, but I don't think anybody out there provides the level of tools, resources, training, support, access to a network, and weekly ongoing training. They don't provide the level of content that we provide to our members to help them not only learn this stuff, but also help them save money and allow them the tools and resources so they can be successful. All right, let's get right to it. As always, one of our favorite load boards that we go to update, we get updates on the country. One of our snapshot load boards is the direct freight, okay? That's what we're using this morning. This is one of the load boards that we provide access to for our clients and students. So let's take a look at what's going on in the country right now when it comes to load availability, okay? All right, So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on. Let's start up here in upper north today in Maine. In Maine, we have 221 loads. In Vermont, there is 89 loads. In New Hampshire, there is 91 loads. In Massachusetts, there's 592 loads. In Rhode Island, there is 95 loads. In Connecticut, there is 350 loads. In New Jersey, we have 1,260 loads available. In Delaware, we have 95 loads available. And in Maryland, we have 1,108 loads available. Go back up here. In New York, we have 1,909 loads that are available this morning in New York. Coming out of PA today, we have 3,213 loads. PA is always it's a very consistent area when it comes to loads. In Ohio, we have 3,109 loads. In West Virginia, 405 loads. In Virginia, we have 1,655 loads. In North Carolina, we have 2,195 loads. In South Carolina, we have 1,763 loads. In Georgia, we have 2,741 loads. In the great state of Florida down here in sunny Florida, we have 2,049 loads. In Alabama, we have 3,070 loads. That's the hometown of Forrest Gump. Fictional character, but very lovable character, all the least. In Louisiana, we have 1,018 loads. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Let me go back to my load. How did I get off of that? All right, there we go. In Louisiana, we have 1,018 loads. In Arkansas, we have 3,781 loads. In Mississippi, we have 1,569 loads. In Kentucky, well, in Tennessee, first of all, we have 1,984 loads. In Kentucky, we have 1,980 loads. In Ohio, we have 3,109 loads. In Michigan, we have 1,705 loads. In Indiana, we have 2,946 loads. In Illinois, we have 3,861 loads. Over in Missouri, we have the Show Me State. We have 1,574 loads. In Oklahoma, looks like we've got 641 loads. In Kansas, we have 757 loads. In Nebraska, we have 477 loads. In Iowa, we have 691 loads. In Wisconsin, we have 1,954 loads available. In Minnesota, we have 1,019 loads available. In North Dakota, we have 126 loads. In South Dakota, we have 260 loads. In Nebraska, we have 477 loads. Jump over here to Colorado, we have 914 loads. Swinging back up to Wyoming, we have 256 loads. In Montana, we have 376 loads. In the cold state of Washington, we have 1,133 loads up in the mountains. In Oregon, we have 1,274 loads. In Nevada, we have 565 loads. In Utah, we have 950 loads. If I didn't mention Colorado, we have 914 loads. In Arizona, we have 899 loads. In New Mexico, we have 649 loads. In great state of California, we have 3,416 loads. And down here in Texas, we are leading the board, as always, again, with 6,335 loads in the great state of Texas. And for those of you who are out there super trucking in Alaska, we have 7 loads. So I'm pretty sure they have more, But that's all this one available for us over there in Alaska. Y'all super truckers know how that is out there. All right. So that's our load count. That's what's going on in your neck of the woods when it comes to the availability of loads. So remember, if you want to load this morning, give us a call, 866-973-6445. Again, that number is 866-973-6445. I'm a little bit lagging this morning. I didn't get my coffee. I kind of got up late, being Monday morning and all. I kind of got up late, and I knew I had to get this report out, so I didn't have time to make my coffee this morning. So y'all, please forgive me if I seems like I'm a little bit off my game. I'm usually not right until I get that coffee in the morning. But we're here. I'm here. So let's go ahead and look at some loads and what we got going on. All right. Last week on Friday, we took a look at California. So today, let me check to see what we got over here on YouTube, if anybody's in with us. Zara Gonsalves. Hey, how you doing? Thank you again. Nice to see you. So hopefully if you want to look up some loads, if you got some loads for us to look up, give us a call, 866-973-6445. So that's what we got going over on YouTube right now. Let me go ahead and get back over here, and let's pick a state that we're going to take a look at some loads at today. Let's go up here in Illinois. I used to run some freight up to Illinois. Y'all know I ran that peanut run from Bainbridge, Georgia, up to Chicago area. I ran that run for about 5 months straight. Pretty good run. Paid taking a bushel of peanuts up to the Chicago area, to that plant up there. It was a bushel, unboxed, uncanned, unbottled peanuts. Took those up, and then went up there, dropped that load, and then go around to the next door on the other side of the plant and pick up the bottle peanuts, the canned peanuts, the box peanuts, and bring them back down to Bainbridge. So it was a there and back shot. I was running that 3 times a week. I would go up, 1 week I'd be 2 up, 1 down. Next week I'd be 2 down, 1 up. And it paid pretty good. It paid $24.50 going up and $22.80 or something like that coming back down. So it was pretty good money. It was pretty good money. And that was, every single week I would run those loads and make some good money. So 1 weekend I'd spend it up in between Chicago and Tennessee, and the next week I would spend it here in Tallahassee on the next weekend. So it was a pretty good gig. All right. Illinois, that's where we're at. So let's go ahead and click on that right there. Let's see what our live load count is. Excuse me, everyone. See what's going on in Illinois. Okay. So let me go and widen this out a little bit. The radius, we're gonna say 100 miles. Do a wide search right now. We're not concentrating on any one particular type of freight or trailer. Right now, we're gonna do a wide search and see what's going on in Illinois. All right, so let's go ahead and hit our pay rates so we get the loads that's paying. There we go. What a reason. Well, I like this load. Boy, again, y'all forgive me. I didn't get my coffee this morning, so I'm a little slow this morning. But leaving out of Chicago area, heading down to Baton Rouge, Florida. Okay, we have some reefer loads. Got a whole bunch of reefer loads this morning leaving out of Illinois. Y'all see that? A whole bunch of them. Reefer. Got a whole bunch of them. So let me go down the list here and kind of focus on some of these and see what we got. All right. 1,379 trip miles on a reefer load from Chicago to Boca Raton, Florida. Reefer load, that's 53 foot. The weight is 34,536 pounds. It is paying $6,250. That's $4.53 per mile. And the ship date is the 17th. So it doesn't ship out until the 17th. Let me go ahead and adjust my ship date so that we can see the ones that are shipping out for today. Today is the 13th. So let me adjust my ship date so we can see what's going out for today. All right. Try this again. Oh boy, excuse me. I am having problems with my kind of staying awake here. I woke up early. Well, woke up late and didn't get my coffee. I know I keep saying that, but I love my coffee, y'all. I really do. All right. Leaving out of Chicago, going to Orlando, Florida. We have a reefer load, 1,199 trip miles, 1,199 trip miles. It's been on the board now for about 10 hours. And it is a reefer full load. And the weight is 43,000 pounds. It's paying $5,200. That's $4.34 per mile. And that leaves this morning. So y'all need to get over there and call Sharam Logistics Solutions over at 859-963-3019. Let's take a closer look at that load to make sure, see if it's got any additional drops, pickups, or if it's just a straight shot. You got plenty of time to deliver it. There's no delivery date that's set on it. And that is going to be about a 2-day run. Gonna take you 2 days to make that run if it's straight shot. Most drivers can drive 600, 625 miles per driving shift. So you can make that run in 2 days. It doesn't say that it has any stops or drops or anything like that, but you never know. So you want to call that broker to make sure. And then again, that is Sharam Logistics Solutions over at 859-963-3019. Okay. Now let's do a reverse search because, like always, I don't like to send drivers down into Florida without looking to see what's going on down in Florida, see what they have that's coming out. Man, that's not bad money for a 1,100-mile run on a reefer. It's not bad. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's not bad. Anytime you can pocket, a little over $3,000 on a run after paying all your expenses, you should be all right. But let's take a look at the reverse search and see what's going on down and towards Orlando. That's coming back on the reefers. Okay, we got the reefers. We got Orlando. We got 100 miles on the pickup and the drop-off area here. It's going to take about 2 days to get down there. So let's put a ship date coming back. Left on the 13th. If you leave this morning, if you leave this morning and pick that load up, you have today, tomorrow, deliver that, probably drop that on the 14th. Let's say you drop it on the 15th. Let's go with the 15th. So on the 15th, let's see what's leaving out from Florida down that area. Let's do a search real quick. Ooh, nothing. See, this is why I don't like running people down to Florida if I'm trying to get them right back out. Now, if you're willing to stay in Florida, yeah, that's one thing. But, running you back, you see, that's the problem we have right there. So let me go ahead and do something else here. Let me go ahead and do a van search, because if you dry your trailer out, with all the moisture and stuff, you might be able to pick up a van load and run it back. Reefers can run van loads, okay, if you dry your trailer out. So let's try that. Let's see what we can find from that perspective. Ooh, this is really, really tough coming out of Orlando. Let me go ahead and increase the radius to 150 miles. Still nothing. That's kind of strange. 150 miles of Orlando on 9/15. What's going on 9/15? Give me a second here, y'all. Let me check this out. Orlando to Chicago. All right, doesn't seem to be anything going on 9/15 with reefers and vans. Let me try the entire state of Florida. All right, let's see around that and see what's going on, period, with the state. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. Well, we got to take a look at some stuff. There's not much coming back out when it comes to coming back out, around the Orlando area, but in the entire state of Florida, you've got Gonzales, Florida, and heading back to Orland Park, Illinois, and that's a van load. That's about as good as you're gonna get, really, to be honest with you. But if you want to get back closer to where you came from, gonna put you about 100 or so miles closer to Chicago, Melanie, Florida, to Hammond, Indiana. Trip miles. So that's what you got. There's not much coming back. So if you want to check out some of those, you can call Landstar, or it looks like something coming back towards Illinois. You got coming back to Hammond, Belfort Park, and Hampshire. So you want to call these places and see if they would allow you to put their van load on your reefer. Then you can call, any of those places. C.H. Robinson, PLS Logistics, and Landstar. Landstar is 210-985-1881. PLS is 724-814-5069. And C.H. Robinson is 833-428-5247. All right. So, that's one of the reasons why I always like to check before I start running guys all the way down to Florida, especially on refrigerated, because refrigerated, their overhead is about the highest of all the trucks out there. So all the vans out there. So you have to be careful where you run them to when you're running them down, and you got to make sure you find them stuff coming back out. Let me check my load board here. Florida is hard to get out of. It is hard to get out of. So you have to be careful with trying to run down to Florida. What's going on with Zara messages being retracted? I don't know what's going on. You trying to send us something that's not right? Look, we're not gonna allow. Not saying that you are, but we're not gonna allow messages that come in that are y'all know what I mean. Don't send stuff over to us in the morning that you shouldn't be sending. If you're trying to promote something on our message board on YouTube, or trying to promote your kind of skin website or anything like that, come on, y'all know that's wrong, and y'all know it's not right, and you're not supposed to be doing it. So don't. Okay, don't. If you take offense to what I'm saying, just don't tune in. All right. That's all I have to say. If you take offense to what I'm saying, don't tune in. But don't try to send stuff that YouTube is not going to allow. All right. But yeah, Mr. Martin, yeah, Florida is hard to get out of. That's why I recommend, if you're coming to Florida, be willing to stay in Florida for a while, because here's the thing about Florida, and I stress this all the time. Here's the thing about Florida. If you're willing to stay in Florida, let me take this out right here. Let me show you what I mean. If you're willing to stay in Florida, if you're willing to stay in Florida and just run Florida to Florida, I'm gonna show you what that means. On that same date, 9/13, that we were looking for loads. Check this out. Now, Florida, California is pretty good, but Florida to Florida, you make a lot of money. Okay, you really do. If you're running Florida to Florida, you can make some serious money in Florida. Okay, you know, you got some good loads when you're running Florida to Florida. All right, and as I mentioned before, all of your high-paying loads are basically going to be Florida to Florida, Pompano Beach to Miami. Okay, you know, short runs, lots of money. 38 miles, $350. Now, the reason why I say that is because you can piece together 3 of these loads, right? I mean, a 38-mile run, $350. That's like the run from Tallahassee that I ran from the Tallahassee Coca-Cola bottling plant here. 38. It was 39 miles from here to Live Oak. Okay, that was the run. It was 39 miles, but it paid $375. Okay, I pick up at 4 something in the morning here in Tallahassee, head out there, and be there by 6 a.m. or whatever the case may be, 5:40, 5 o'clock, whatever it is. And be there, unload. By 6 a.m., I'm heading back out. And I'm heading down from Live Oak to Alachua, which was 79 miles. That one paid $650. Then I get down there, drop my load there. Then I go a mile down the road, mile and a half down the road to the Coca-Cola bottling plant there. I'm in Alachua, and hit 104 miles back to Tallahassee. That paid $872. So those 3 runs right there were paying me close to $1,800, 17 something per day, and those ran 5 days a week, every single day. So there I was making over $1,700 a day in a dry van, home every night, right? Off every weekend. You can't beat that. So that's what I mean by running Florida to Florida. So if you're willing to get down here and run Florida to Florida for a while, you can make some money. Here's one here that's especially here's a but you can make some money running Florida to Florida if you want to stay in Florida and make some money. So that's what I mean by the Florida thing. You can make money if you're willing to stay in Florida, but it's going to be tough if you're trying to get right back out. If you're trying to get right back out and get back to wherever you're going, if you're trying to get out of Florida. So, if you're in Florida, stay in Florida, you're good to go. All right. All right, let's go back to Illinois. Let's see what we got going on. See what else we got going on. In Illinois, we've got, all right, we looked at some reefers here. Here's some other stuff heading out to Madison, Wisconsin. It's $2,100. No, 2,100 on 120 miles. That's a reefer. That's a good little short run for a reefer. It's only 120 miles. You can make that run easily if you have time to make another run that day. And if it's a repeatable load, you may just want to run that load every day. It's $2,100 a day is not bad money if it's a repeatable load, and at $17.50 per mile. That's also at Sharam Logistics. Call them up, 859-963-3019, 3019. Let's click on them again to make sure, see if it doesn't have like a whole bunch of stops and drops and things like that. Now, it's just a little quick run. Delivery date on tomorrow, pick up the day, deliver on tomorrow. That's probably a daily run. Usually short runs like that is something that's regularly scheduled, every day. So you want to talk to that broker and see if that's a repeatable run. That's a pretty good gig. Anytime you can get on something, I like to call them semi-dedicated. They're not listed as dedicated, so they probably got got a lifespan of about seasonal type runs where they run every day for about 4 or 5 months, and then they take a break, and then they run every day for about 4. So that's not bad. Those are I call those semi-dedicated, and those are good runs to get on because they put you on a schedule, and you know where you're going, you know where you're picking up, you know the route like the back of your hand. I mean, it's easy peasy money, and it allows you to have great time off. So if you're looking for something like that, this would be worth giving them a call because it has all the DNA of a semi-dedicated run, where it looks like it might be something that runs every day. And then let's see if you got something that's coming back. If we do a reverse search real quick, I don't think you have problems getting out of there coming back that way with a reefer load. Yeah, you don't have any problems coming back. You got plenty of loads that's coming right back. Here you got one, same thing, 120 miles from Geneva going back that way to Bridgeview, and that's going to put you, 100-mile radius, but that's going to put you pretty close to where you were coming right back. And that one's paying $1,500. That's $41. I'm sorry, that's 36 miles. Oh, well, that's an even shorter one. That's 36 miles to Bridgeway. But if you want to get closer to where you were going, let me make sure. Was that Bridgeway? Yeah, that was 120 trip miles, and that was Geneva to Madison, Wisconsin. Yeah. So if you want to come back, you can go back 36 miles to Geneva if you want to. But let's do this. Let's do within 25 miles of Madison, and then going back to within 50 miles of Geneva. There we go. And that would give you a much closer one. Doesn't have anything that's going back 50 miles. Has one load, Madison to Belvidere. Let me redo this one to 50. Let's see if that gives us more wiggle room. A little bit more wiggle room, but not what I was expecting. Let me get back over here and let me do 100 miles on going back. Put you within 100 miles of where you were picking up from. A little bit more, but not quite. Do 100 miles here. And it's not inconceivable to go 100 miles to pick up a load. I mean, if you do, it's going to take you 2 hours to get to the load. I've done that before. I've driven 150 miles deadhead to get to a load if the load was paying good. If the load was paying good and it was a short run back, I've done it. Let me see this. Let me check this out real quick. Get you back closer to where you wanted to get back home at. Yeah, even going back home within 50 miles takes you, back. You got some stuff that's going right back. That's not that far away. You got a 55-mile deadhead trip right here. You got an 85-mile deadhead trip right here. I'm sorry, trip miles. Deadhead, you got 76 miles. I take the back. 76 miles on deadhead, 113 miles deadhead here, 85-mile deadhead, and so on and so on. And these loads out here are not paying much at all. I wouldn't even look at, this $50 runs. No, I don't even know why they even put that on the load board. But that $1,500 one, even if you go back to Geneva, if you did head back to Geneva, now this right here lets me know that this load here pays every day. Y'all see that? Because you got that Geneva going back, the same run going is the same run you got for a reverse search load for a bike haul. I'm sorry. For a bike haul. When you see this right here, Geneva to Bridgeview, that's the same load you just ran, right? That tells you that that load runs daily, or if not several times per day. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. This is the load we ran, Geneva to Madison. That's the load we're looking at, right? Geneva to Madison. It's 126. It's a 120-mile trip, right? It was paying $2,100. It's posted rate. But you come back over here, and on your reverse search, you go right back to Geneva, 36 miles, right? It's a trip mile. You're gonna go back 120 miles back to Geneva, pick this load back up again, and then you're gonna run it over to Bridgeview. You're gonna pick up a load and run it over to Bridgeview. So they got loads leaving out of Geneva. It looks like every single day. That would be my assessment, because it's the same broker too. Not only is it picking up in the same place, the very next day, running a very similar load, going to a very similar place, 120 trip, but this is only 36 trip miles. You got a shorter one that's paying $1,500, $41.67 is your rate per mile. And that picks up on the 14th. So you can, if you want to do that, you can, but you just got to find a load going back if you want to find a load going back. But even if you don't find a load going back, you're still making money by running those sequence of loads just about every day. Okay. So that's what I mean by semi-dedicated runs. If you want to get yourself on some stuff like that, you can do that, and you can make some pretty good money. Once you get yourself set up like that. Check it out, YouTube. Again, all right, still no YouTube. All right, what time is it? Look, people, we only got about 15 more minutes for you all to call in and get a free load. If you want to call in, 866-973-6445. Again, that number is 866-973-6445. If you want us to look up your load here live and give it to you free. We don't charge any dispatch fees or any type of broker fees or anything like that here on the show. We'll find those loads for you, get them out to you, free of charge. So if you're looking for a load this morning, give me a call, 866-973-6445. We got about 15 minutes left for you all to call in and get some live loads. In the meantime, let's take a look again. We are in Illinois this morning, is where we're focusing our show from, or where we're getting loads from this morning. We're looking at stuff that's in Illinois. Let's go down here and see if we can look at some van loads coming out of Illinois. Let's kind of focus on some van loads real quick. Some dry van, some vented van, curtain vans. Okay. Some intermodal. All right, there we go. Let's do that. Let's look at some van loads. Leaving today. All right, got quite a few van loads. Let's look at some of these rate per miles. See what they got going on. And the rates are pretty good. Looks like on average, all rates are above $3 per mile almost. There we go. I'm trying to get these rate per mile down. The rates are looking pretty good. Here we got a van load that's leaving out of Shelbyville, Illinois, going to Pompano Beach, Florida again. It's 23,000 pounds. It's paying $4,300, $3.58 per mile. I gotta check this reverse search. I just got to, being that we're going down to Florida. I don't ever want to send people down to Florida without showing them a way back out. And here again, there we go. Looks like that, loads coming back out, coming back to Shelbyville. It's going to be tough. 150 miles. Widen that search a little bit. You got one load that's coming out, leaving on the 14th, and that's going to be tough because you're not going to be able to pick that up anyway because you're not going to get there in time. Like I said, if you're willing to stay in Florida for a few days and make some money, yeah, do it. But me personally, I don't like to run my carriers down to Florida until I check with them first to see if they're willing to stay in Florida for a few days until I can find them a load out. They can stay in Florida and make some money, and I can find them a load out. If they're willing to go 200 miles to Melanie, Florida, well, deadhead miles is 41 miles, 41 miles, 41 miles. So that will put them back close to Shelby, Florida, to Shelbyville. Well, put them 200 miles outside of Shelbyville. So if you're willing to go back and drop 200 miles outside of Shelbyville, then yeah, up to 200 miles outside of Shelbyville, then yeah, you can get something going back. But it's not going to put you like really, really close there. The closest thing you're going to get is Indiana. It is Greencastle and Greenfield and Hammond also too. So yeah, you can get something going back out, but you got to call PLS Logistics to find out what they're paying on those loads. And that is 724-814-5069. So what I would do if I was, dispatching one of my carriers on this particular load, before I would confirm and book that load, before I even call on that load, I'm gonna call this broker on this load right here to find out what the rate is on these loads, because he can go 41 miles. Once he get down to Boca Raton, he can go 41 miles to Melanie and grab a load and head back towards Indiana. But when he heads back towards Indiana, he's going to be almost 200 miles. He's going to be at least 200 miles away from his home. So that'll get him, back to where he wants to go or close to. And here's one that's leaving on the 15th, which will give him time to get down there, drop that load, and get over and pick that load up. These are only two that he's going to be able to grab. These two right here, that's leaving on the 15th. So one is with Landstar and one is with PLS. So I will call them first to find out what the rate is on those loads and pick up times and things like that before I even schedule him going down there or her going down there. Now, if they're willing to stay in Florida, great. I'll run them down. I can make them all kind of money, them staying in Florida. Once they get down to Florida, if they want to spend a week in Florida, I could probably set them up on some short runs to where they would make close to 10 grand that week just by staying in Florida. And that's a van. That's a van. If they're willing to stay in Florida for a week, I can get them down to Florida, and the week that they're in Florida, I can get them about 10 grand running in Florida, just running short, interconnecting loads, making anywhere from $1,500 to maybe $2,500 per day. If they're willing to stay in Florida for a week. And then after that, shit, I can deadhead them 200, 300 miles out. Why? Because they got enough money. They made their money. Their pockets are full, right? They got pockets dragging, so now they can afford to deadhead out or wait for a load that's taking them somewhere out of Florida, but not taking them all the way back to where they want to go, but just getting them out of Florida, and then from there picking up them a load that's heading back up to Illinois. Okay? So that's how I would do it when I'm dispatching freight, sending people down to Florida. All right. There's an art to getting out of Florida. Okay. If you got a dispatcher who knows what they're doing, they can run you to Florida. You can make some money. You're just not going to be able to run right back out of Florida when going down there. If you're trying to get in and get out, no, that's not anything to do when you're going down to Florida. All right, we got about 5 minutes left. About 5 minutes left for you all to call in and get these free loads if you're going to call in to get anything. But anyway, But like I said, the reason why we do this, and like I said, this is one of the load boards that we sponsor, that we use. And these are some of the many load boards and stuff. These are just some of the load boards that we offer to our enrolled members, so that when we're training them, they get to use these load boards and really make money off of it. I mean, they really get to book freight from these load boards, and they keep every dime that they earn. We show them what to do. We show them how to use load boards. We show them, how to negotiate with, well, not really negotiate, or how to pitch the carriers to get them signed onto the dispatch agreement. We provide them with the agreement forms and documents and forms and stuff that they need to run their logistics business, whether it's a dispatch firm or a freight brokerage firm. We also provide them with tools and resources, like, and we show them how to use the different type of calculators. We have all different type of calculators that we have. We have distance calculators. We have rate, truck rate calculators. We have all this stuff that we provide access to. We have freight quote calculators and things like that. We provide them with all this stuff so that they don't have to worry about, spending a whole bunch of money on overhead while they're trying to learn this business. So this is why we do this. And we have members that stick with us. We have members right now that have been with us for 2-3 years. Why? Because even after they started their dispatch firm, they're doing very well. They know what they're doing. They don't even really attend, our classes anymore or our live training anymore, but they stay with us because of the tools and resources that we provide to them, because it makes sense. It saves them money. If they're running a dispatch firm, chances are they're going to need 4 or 5 load boards, or most dispatch firms do want access to 4 or 5 load boards. Well, that can get expensive. Load boards run anywhere from $39 a month up to $190 a month. So that can get very expensive. So they stay with us and just pay the $39.95 per month and get access to more than 100 load boards. I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's like 1 + 1 = 2, right? No-brainer, very simple, very easy. That's why people join our platform, and that's why they stay with us for a very long time. Because not only do we provide them the training that they need to get started and the tools and resources, but they get to keep those tools and resources as long as they're staying with our platform, and they get to use them to run their business. So helps cut down on overhead. Not to mention access to more than 19 million shippers. That cuts down on overhead. Why? Because shipper lists cost money, anywhere from $500 to $2,500, for a shipper list. Well, they don't have to worry about buying in a shipper's list, because we give them access to more than 19 million plus shippers. They don't have to worry about paying someone to get them a list of owner operators. Why? Because we provide them access to owner operator locator site, where they can locate and connect with every owner operator registered in every state in the United States. So this, on top of logistics library, with every word, phrase, and term ever used in trucking. And we have more than 140,000 hours of pre-recorded live operational training videos. So anytime they have a question about something they're thinking about, okay, well, shoot, what did he say about that? Or if I need to, learn how to, do dedicated freight, where can I go? They just go ahead and type in, RBBS dedicated freight, pull it up, and then it pulls up the videos where we talk about dedicated freight. It's very simple, very, very, very simple, or how to find, or if they want to, relook at the video on the pitch, RBBS, the pitch. Just whatever you're looking for, just put in RBBS and then put what you're looking for. It'll pull it up. It'll pull up every video that we've done on the subject that you have listed. That's how easy it is to find what you need within our platform. Okay? So, and this is why people join our platform. This is what's made us one of the most sought after and preferred logistics training platforms in the industry. So, no call this morning. I guess people don't want to get up on a Monday morning. I know it was hard for me getting up this morning, but it is what it is. Look, our time is just about up, and I want to say thank you to everybody. If you want to join our platform, and now remember, we're here every morning, Monday through Fridays, from 6:15 until about 7. a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're here every morning, and we're doing the load board report. And this is where we give away free loads. We will look up loads, talk about our load boards, we talk about loads, take a look at the country, let y'all know what's going on out there. And we give away free loads when you all call into our toll-free number during the show, and we give away free loads during the show, okay? But this is all to let you all know about our platform, the Logistics Learning Center. If you want to make money booking freight from home, this is a good ministry if you're looking for something to stay home and make money. Legitimate work at home business. This is it. Okay. This is it. Trust me, I know. I'm at home right now. I started this, back, 3-4 years ago, and I was working out of a storage unit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I rented a mini storage U-Haul, mini office storage space from U-Haul. It was $270 per month. Okay, I had just came off the road from running my own truck, and I had put people in my truck, and I hadn't even got a place to live yet. I hadn't even literally. I was back homeless. I had money, but I had not gotten a place to to live yet. I had moved back out to my mom's place. She has about 300 acres out there. Guest house. I had moved out there, and I was basically moved back in with mom. and that got kind of old. Because I took about a month off from when I was driving trucks, and that got kind of what I realized I didn't want to live with mom. My mom's a great mom, now great woman, great mom, great company, all that type of stuff. But I didn't want to live with my mom, so I said I was going to go ahead and start my own brokerage firm anyway. I had been preparing for it, and doing my research on it while I was driving trucks. So I said, let me go ahead and start my brokerage firm. And so I came to Tallahassee, looked at some stuff. I looked at some apartments, and I thought to myself, if I'm going to run a brokerage firm, I'm probably going to need to be running it basically 24/7. So I just went ahead and rented a mini office storage space, $270, saved money. It was heated and cool. Didn't worry about paying utilities or anything like that. The internet came with it. So it was a business choice, a good business choice. So I got that, moved in. It was 24/7 access, had my own access key and to the gate so I could be there 24/7, whatever. And that's where I lived for about 9 months and ran my brokerage firm out of that U-Haul storage unit. And did pretty good. Made about $104,000 my first year. Okay. Just me running an independent brokerage firm out of a U-Haul storage unit. That's right. So, and then, after that, I bought a little fifth wheel camper out by the lake, out in the country. Beautiful spot. Fifth wheel camper. Had my internet out there and everything, and I stayed out there in that little fifth wheel camper for about another 6 months. It was nice, it was beautiful, it was, I could get up in the mornings and go out and have my little tent thing set up, little outdoor thing set up. I get up in the morning, go out there, and that's where I booked freight from. It was Florida, it was out by the lake, nice and sunny. I go out and fish when I wanted to fish and book freight. That's what I did. And it made great money there. And then after that is when I bought a condo, and then eventually bought this home here about 1.5 years ago. So look, booking freight from home is a legitimate work from home opportunity. You can make a ton of money in this. Are you going to make $1 million your first year? No. Are you going to make $500,000 first year? I don't think so. But you can make $100,000, $200,000 your first year in this line of work, either as a dispatcher, as an independent dispatch firm, or as a freight brokerage firm, if you do it right. Now, when I say your first year as a freight brokerage firm, I'm not talking about just jumping in and doing that. You've got to prepare yourself if you're going to be a broker. Okay, I spent 8 months preparing and setting up my brokerage before I started booking freight as a broker. In other words, by the time I started booking freight as a broker, my bond was already 8 months old, 7 to 8 months old. My bond had seasoning on it already, because shippers are going to require that you have seasoning on your bond. They're going to want to see that you've been in business for at least 8 months to a year before they take a chance and trust you with their freight. That's just the truth of the matter. Okay, so I spent that time while I was driving my trucks, I got my bond and my authority, when I was still, an owner operator. So I had dual authority. I had my owner operator's authority and I had my broker's authority while I was driving trucks. So because I was letting my bond get seasoned, and at the same time, because I was operating under basically the same name, RBBS Transport LLC, RBBS Logistics, was my brokerage firm, Transport Logistics, pretty much the same name. Not only was I getting seasoning, but I was developing business connections, people I was delivering to, things like that in my owner operator business. But when I got ready to start booking freight, when shippers started asking for what references, I could go back to the people who had done business with me while I was RBBS Transport, which was I had both authorities at the same time. So essentially, I could go back to them and use them as references. When those shippers require those 7 references, I had about 17, 20 references that I could call upon. They all gave me glowing reports. Yeah, he, done business with him for 8, 9 months consecutively without a break. And I'm moving millions of dollars worth of freight to him. Literally, hundreds of thousands of dollars on the freight. Yeah, so they were truthful when they did their reference letters and said, I've done business with them for 8 to 9 months consecutively without a break. Each and every month, we're doing over $200,000 a month, $300,000 a month, $500,000 a month, because that's the kind of freight that I was delivering to them was worth that much. That's what I mean by we will show you how to scale your business. We will show you how to get prepared to make money in this industry starting out, okay? So if you want to join our platform, this is the type of stuff that we teach. We don't just teach you, the rules and regulations like everyone else does, okay? We really get down into, a very, nonchalant, face-to-face, type, training. Our training is not, this structured, well, open your class, open your book to page number such and such. No. This industry don't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. We're more in your face, down home, realistic type of training, the way it happens. Okay, that's what we do. Just like we're talking, this is how we train. All right. So our platform does a very good job. So if you want to join our platform, simply go to mydispatcher.org. That's mydispatcher.org. When you get there, on the very first page, you're going to scroll down in the middle of the page. You're going to see a video in the middle of that page. In that video, when you get there, let me go ahead and redo this here. When you get to that page and you get to that video, this is the video you're going to get to right here. You're going to scroll down. You're going to see that video. Underneath that video, you're going to click here where it says, click here to enroll. When you click that, that's going to take you over to our enrollment page where you can enroll with any debit or credit card. And this is the enrollment page that's coming up right now. It's going to take you over to our enrollment page where you can enroll with any debit or credit card. And you can enroll if you are a veteran. It's only going to be $249.95 on your enrollment fee and $29.95 per month to access all your back office tools, resources, training, support, everything we just talked about. If you're not a veteran, you're going to enroll in the individual platform, which is $349.95 plus tax, and your monthly subscription payment to access all that back office tools, resources, training, support, 140,000 hour videos and things like that. It's going to be $39.95 per month. And we save you money. I mean, if nothing else, we save you a ton of money in running your business because you don't have to pay for load boards, you don't have to pay for shipper lists, you don't have to pay for access to carriers. Okay, we give you all that stuff so that way you save money by joining our platform. We also have corporate enrollments too that you can take a look at if these suit your needs and fit for you and your company. But that's who we are. That's what we do. That's why we're here. Hey, it's been great. Like always, I thank you all. I appreciate you all. Let me check my YouTube channel one more time. Good and Rich, a very good value. Yes, it is, Mr. Rich. It is very good value. Thank you again, Mr. Rich, for joining us, Martin. And thank you for joining us, Dawson Martin. Thank you all for joining us this morning doing the Lobo Report. And don't forget, tomorrow we'll be right back here for the load board report at 6:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to give you all and see what's going on in your neck of the woods when it comes to loads and freight. Don't forget, tonight is franchise training, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have franchise training for those of you who are interested in getting your own RBBS Logistics Learning Center franchise. You can make money from this thing. Yes, you can. All right. So thank you all again. I will see you all, some of you all, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The rest of you all, hope to see you all back here tomorrow morning on the Load Board Report. Bye, everybody.